in the meantime, please, in the description down below, or description, please in the comments, leave a little, please in the, I think I'm having a seizure. Alright, and this goes in. Hello guys, how are you doing? Okay, boom. So basically, we had this idea, right, to do a cooking show, kind of. Cooking for gamers, essentially. And we're gonna test it out. I don't really know what like, how we're gonna frame this or whatever, but I'll see you in the kitchen. Let's go. Okay, so what are we gonna be doing? I thought it would be a good idea to start this thing called Cooking for Gamers, essentially. It is cooking in a fairly simple way so that, you know, gamers, not saying that all gamers are bad at cooking or whatever, but I do notice that cooking doesn't seem to be the most popular thing amongst gamers, so I figured we're gonna be cooking simple things. Today we're actually cooking a prosciutto pasta recipe that is one of my favorites from HelloFresh. Not sponsored by them or anything, but anyway, this is one of my favorite dishes, and I figured that we would try that for starters. So what is my goal with this whole thing? Basically, cooking for gaming is supposed to be, or cooking for gamers is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be at least like 20 to 30 minutes of cooking time, like not more than that. And also tasty and healthy. I want you to be healthy. I want you guys to get your veggies in there, okay? Most importantly is that it goes fast, okay? It's easy, it goes fast, not a lot of complicated tools or anything. Well, here's my thing. We're gonna try and hide the vegetables inside the dish so that you don't even notice that you're eating them. Or rather, you know, they're if you don't like veggies, they're not supposed to be bad. They're like actually supposed to be good. What is in it, you might ask? So, as I said, this is my HelloFresh recipe, which makes it super easy to follow and everything. Okay, what do we need for the recipe? For starters, we need some cooking cream, okay? It's like whipped cream with less fat and made specifically for cooking, not for like whipping it. We've got portobello cheese. We've got prosciutto. This is gonna be the meat for the recipe. We've got spinach. We've got Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano. We've got pasta in the shape of rigatoni. I freaking love rigatoni. I also really love, there's a bigger version of rigatoni. The one that we have in the recipe here on the pictures, I really love that one. Okay, what else? We have chicken broth, okay? Chicken broth. This looks weird. It comes in a powder form, but you can just use one of those cubes, you know? And just, you know, actually you can use whatever freaking broth you want. You can use liquid broth or whatever. Basil comes in a little bag like this from HelloFresh, but heck, we have a crap ton of basil over here as well, okay? We've got garlic, we've got zucchini, and we've got onion, okay? So that's what we need, and any hoots. So yeah, we're gonna get started. Basically, we're gonna, I mean, we can follow this recipe, but I'm just gonna YOLO swag it. We're gonna, for starters, we're gonna start by boiling pasta, okay? Okay, anyway, cutting board, chopping board, I don't know. Anyway, cutting board. Okay, let's start with chopping beef. We're gonna use half of the vegetables for this recipe, so 2 mushrooms, whoop, and half the zucchini. With that half. All right, now we're gonna cut the mushrooms very simply in thin slices. Okay, so we've got the mushrooms. Also gonna do this mushroom. We got 2 mushrooms. There we go. Super simple, super easy, okay? Done with the mushrooms. Then we're gonna take half the zucchini. My dogs love zucchini for some reason. Come. I don't know why they do, but you know, big boy zucchini. All right, now we're cutting the zucchini into thin slices. So we got this shape of zucchini. Boom, boom. And the onion doesn't even need to be like chopped properly. It's just gonna be little small pieces. Also like half moons kind of thing. Get rid of the outer layer though. Your cooking prowess is kind of intimidating. It may be bold enough to say, like, you seem like you secretly know how to prepare a perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked steak and pasta, then poison it without a trace. What? What do you mean? I would never poison it. But, you know. Alright, look, so like little half moves with the onion. Onion done. Now we're gonna start frying these. So we're gonna get a big fat pan. We're gonna bring the veggies over here. I think we're gonna move you guys to over here. So come on over here instead. There we go. Alright, so now I'm gonna get my little garlic from over there as well. I have a little garlic clove here. And pasta is currently on a timer with 3 minutes. We're doing it pretty slow, so like 10, 11. But yeah, check your pasta. Whatever pasta you decide to use, just check whatever it says on the package. Alright. We got a little garlic. One of these, a spatula. Let's also like stir a little bit in the pasta so it doesn't stick. There we go. Pan is hot now, so let's start frying the veggies. Okay, so here's the thing. In this recipe, they actually want you to put the prosciutto on a pan in the oven and make it kind of like crispy bacon kind of thing. That is tasty. Not gonna lie, it's really tasty, okay? I also like it when the parma ham is just completely fresh, you know, whatever you call it. You don't need to cook it. In other words, you can just eat it as it is. So we're just gonna chop it into little pieces to make it easier, mostly, you know, less steps. Alright. Let me bring this over here. Take half of this, obviously, because we're doing half the recipe. Right, chat. Also, the cream, the cooking cream, and the chicken broth. Okay. Let's just open this. Very nice. It's me, Mario. Okay, now I'm assuming that there's an even amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we need 4. I got half of it. We're gonna cut it into little thin slices. Ooh. And then we're gonna try and separate them because they're like little batches now. I would love to put the fan on, but you know, I don't want to make you deaf, chat, okay? It's actually pretty loud. Do you want to hear it, chat? Okay. Okay, I'll turn it on. Hey, Abby boy! Thank you! Okay, put it on 8 now. I might not need to make it go that high. Tell us your thoughts on having a fan on the stove. Are you happy with it? Yeah, it works great. I love it. Also, people keep asking, like, what do you do if you boil over? You just pull it out. There's like this container here. You can just empty this. Also, these are like the filters that you clean in the dishwasher. Super easy. Also, bring some spinach over here. And we're gonna get the cream out now. Here we got some cream, okay? Cookie cream, basically. Very nice, Dad. Until the cream, I wasn't sure of the taste, but now I know this is just so tasty. Alright. Ah, so tasty. Then we've got chicken broth, okay? This is like in powder form, but if you don't like, normally in Sweden at least, they sell them in like these cubes. Basically, that's a firm version of this powder, but you can use any sort of broth whatsoever. Just get some chicken broth in there. And once again, we're using half the recipe for this. So there we go. And then we're gonna get our garlic. For that, you need a garlic press. And that's like, we're not gonna use a whole lot of tools in this series of movies, but a garlic press, you're gonna need a garlic press, okay? So you press that garlic in here. We're also gonna get some salt and pepper. And the pasta's done. Look at that, 12 minutes, 11 to 12 minutes. All right, and this goes in. Now we're gonna put the spinach in as well, just to make it go soft. Oh, look at this, so good. So good, chat. This recipe uses a lot of veggies, and you can't even, like, you don't even notice them because they're all cooked and, like, in there, you know? Get all of that in there. There we go. Normally I would use a lot more, but for the sake of this recipe, we might use less. Look, now the vegetables, the spinach, you can't even tell that it's in here. I'm gonna get a little bit more spinach because I like vegetables, okay? We're gonna turn up the stove because we don't need more frying production or whatever. We're just gonna let the spinach get soft from the heat. Basically, spinach gets very, very, very small if you heat it up. Like, very small. It might look like a lot of leaves, but once you heat it up a little bit, it basically disappears. There we go. Now we're gonna add some salt. You don't need to add too much. That's what the broth is for. Okay, so you know one of the best things about this kitchen is that this countertop can actually withstand 400 degrees, which means that you can put whatever the heck you want. You don't need to have any, you know, posters or whatever you call it. As I said at the beginning of the stream, if there's anything in this recipe that you don't like, for instance a vegetable, or you don't like mushrooms, switch it for something else. It works equally well with something else. All right, we've got these. We need some plates. Putting it in some water so it's gonna be easier to, what do you call it, clean it. All right, now we're gonna put this prosciutto on top here, sprinkle on top. If it would have been the regular recipe, basically they would have been crispy like bacon, sort of. And then you add some cheese. All right, and the final touch is gonna be basil. I have a lot of basil at home. I could use a lot more, but. All right, this is what it looks like in finished format. Very good. We're gonna give it a little try and everything. But first, I would like to know what you guys would like to see on my gaming for cooking. No. I would like to know what you guys want to see for my cooking for gaming, or cooking for gamers rather. What would you like to see? Like what kind of dishes? What qualities do you want out of the dishes? Do you want them to be even easier? Do you want them to be bigger portions so you can like maybe put it in the fridge and just reheat several days in a row so you don't have to cook a lot? Or I don't know, tell me, like what do you want? Besides that, I'm gonna leave all the ingredients and everything in the description down below. This is for YouTube in the end. What else? Yeah, go eat. I'm gonna go eat. Time to eat. All right, so basically now we're gonna test it, rate it, taste it, test the flavor, see if it's any good. Give it a little rating. If you do like the video, please leave a comment and a like, and also subscribe to the channel. Getting professional now. We're gonna give it a try now. Oh. Okay. It's so good. So good. So freaking good. Okay, I gotta rate this. I mean, personally, I think that this dish is a solid 8.5 out of 10. Mostly because it's so tasty while also being very healthy and very easy to make. This is like one of my favorite recipes to make. Okay, chat, that was the end of my meal and it was amazing. Love it. So I do recommend it. Give it a try and let me know if you do cook it. Let me know what you think about the result in the comment, okay? Let me know what else you would like to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it and I'll see you next week for another little cooking session. Cooking for gamers. I hope you're a gamer. Otherwise, this video is not for you. Oh, there's another thing that I was gonna say before, you know. Here. There's gonna be a suggestion up here for another video. So if you're interested in watching more videos, you can do that up here as well. Da-da-da-da.